God, we were fucking muted.
Oh, we were
We
muted?
were muted the whole fuck.
Just run it back. Just run the fucking intro. We'll start it over real quick.
Be right back, boys.
We're gonna
muted
do it
the
again.
entire
We are
time.
just-
First time we've done that so far.
Unbelievable.
We're back for the International 2014 Southeast Asian qualifiers. I'm What Is Hip, the king of the mute button.
Unbelievable.
We were muted for like the last 3 minutes.
So let's just run it back right now.
Oh, Jesus
Again,
fucking
Aero
Christ.
Gaming going against First Departure. Aero Gaming 3-0. First Departure. What are they again, Greg?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Fantastic. Those are great glasses. Can I try those on real quick? Let me see how these look. Wow, they're actually not that bad. I look like a fucking hipster, though. You look good on you, Greg. Here you go. Anyways, I'm real excited about this one. Aero Gaming, obviously 3-0. They know their shit. They're really good.
Yeah, they've been really impressive.
First Departure, a team I've never gotten to see. One player that's been very intriguing to me has been Chains. This guy can hit some creeps. He can hit them very good. He actually has the record right now in Dota 2 for most creeps hit. Guess what hero it's on? It's actually
Is it
Tinker.
Tinker?
It's Tinker.
It's like we've been here before.
It's unbelievable. It's Tinker. And Greg, I have a weird feeling that a Tinker might be in this game.
Well,
Let's just
check
fucking
it
go to
out.
the draft. Yeah, look at that, baby. We're going to see a Chains Tinker. He had some bad luck earlier, I guess, trying to play a Naga. Another hero that's pretty good at hitting creeps, but now we get to see him on his signature hero.
0-0 and 2, and they
Wow.
lost against Megas. I'm not really sure how you do that, but that is some goddamn dedication to hitting creeps.
Whatever.
No,
I mean, it's all about Tinker, though. If you go to that Dota, obviously I said it when we were muted before, but
Jesus.
he is king of Tinker, supposedly. According to that Dota, this guy plays the game way too much. He's got even, like, invested the most amount of time. He fiends on Dota 2. He fiends on hitting those creeps. He fiends on Tinker, and we get to see it firsthand. And I mean, a Tinker and a Nature's Prophet side by side, that's just dirty.
That's some rad. I'm kind of interested to see how they lane this, though. This is a really greedy lineup.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see how they can make it work. I mean, if this guy's so good at getting creeps, he'll find it somewhere, I suppose. This draft is flying through right now. And unfortunately, First Departure...
No DDZ.
Yeah, they're smart enough to actually do their research, and they immediately respect ban out the Invoker.
I don't
first
think
ban.
DDZ will play Invoke for the rest of the tournament.
I mean, my God, dude, he was so good.
Maybe
He's
like
gone-
one game in the playoffs, the team will be
He's
like,
already-
let's see what happens if we play against it.
Every game, which is 2 of the 3 games, I guess, that he's gotten to play Invoker, he's gone godlike with him.
Yeah.
And he even had a rough start last game, but this go around, it's not going to be that. They might have not even picked up his hero yet. I mean, I imagine he's still going to play that kind of mid-core kind of a role, and with these kind of a pickups, it's not there. I like what they have so far, though. They got Shadow Demon Dazzle. You know, you can't hit on that. That's one of Conrad's now favorite calls is, you know, you pull out the
That's
Shadow
Conrad's
Demon.
only call.
Yeah.
Conrad is a dazzle savant.
Whatever. If it works, why not, right? Of course, you get the obvious heal bomb on those intense amount of illusions. Can do just heavy damage right off the bat. And then they pick up the Justin Weaves, which is a great hero.
Weaver.
Justin Weaves.
Yeah. What do you like? You like Weaver?
Not really, dude.
Me either, man.
He's just...
I'm really down on Weaver. He takes so much farm. I feel like if you don't snowball, then your hero is useless. You know?
I don't know. He's elusive, which is great. He needs a couple of items, though, to come online. He's kind of like that Morphling where you want to get something like the Lincolns first, and then you can look to build in some damage, like the Stygian or whatever. I said Stygian, like the Desolator or what have you. But, hey, that works pretty nicely, though, hand in hand with the Dazzle. You know, I mean, you get the Weave, you get all that sweet minus armor right there.
Yeah,
Which
that's pretty good.
it can shut down anyone like the Wraith King or whatever, but the problem is they're going to have to be all over the map all the time because First Departure with Nature's Prophet and with Tinker and what have you, they got a lot of strong global presence. And I'm kind of surprised that when Aero Gaming didn't really go for the Disruptor themselves. I mean, I guess they didn't have the opportunity to see what was really unfolding in front of them, but they're going to have a bit of a test right here. And DDZ, we'll see if he can...
Quap.
Yeah.
I really like this hero.
Yeah, we don't get to see
a
it too
lot.
much. We don't get to see it
But
too much.
the problem is that his abilities in competitive play are not the best.
No, there's a lot of people...
It's just too situational.
Yeah.
It's way too easy to miss his spells.
Mm-hmm.
But if played properly,
Yeah.
He's really, really good.
He from what we saw, he can farm out of control very quickly. And if you manage to go Quap and you get something like, I don't know, an early Ags, then it's going to be ruthless.
Yeah, you can go real out of control. But let's go over some intros here. For first departure, it's going to be Dafa on Nature's Prophet. Is it supposed to be Dafa, right? There's
Dafa, yep, that's right, Dafa.
Excellent.
And it's interesting because typically he's their top support, but I guess like we said before with these C players, they can change roles all the time. And just before you move on from Nature's Prophet, it's funny to note, at least coming into this, their top pick is Nature's Prophet at 5 picks, but guess what, Greg? 0 and 5 with Nature's Prophet. So
I just cringed.
They don't really have the best of luck with Nature's Prophet, but hopefully they can get it together.
Is this an easy lane Tinker? Chains is going to be playing the Tinker.
That's what it's all about, baby. This is it. I want to be impressed right here. This is his hero.
All right, and then we've also, I assume this guy's name Tomorrowland.
Let's see.
I'm gonna go with Tomorrowland despite the profanities.
One on their appropriate. Now I got this list from the Liquid Dota also like roster, and they changed their names around, but I guess we could just roll with.
We're gonna go with Tomorrowland.
His Royal Highness.
Yeah, and he's gonna be playing the Wraith King. Lubby is going to be picking up the Disruptor, and, well, that rounds it out. Oh, KS, actually, in the mid lane on the Viper.
And I'll go ahead and do Arrow Gaming on a hot streak right now, 3-0. We'll go ahead and start right here at the bottom lane, playing the Doom. We got Lance. He's heading in the solo safe lane. In the mid, we got the very impressive DDZ playing your quite sexual Quap. Joining him relatively nearby, we got Dazzle running right back and forth here, played by Mozu. And up there all the way at the top in what looks like the off lane, it's going to be a duo here. Tag team and trying to block up these creeps. We got Johnny, the captain himself, playing the Shadow Demon. And right behind that, we got the Weaver, played by Zheng Zai.
And interesting, this is a much different lineup and a much different kind of lineup than what we saw last time from Arrow.
It's always different.
Much more conservative, a lot more farming oriented. And, well, we'll see how it works out for them. Lance, dude, these players have the most badass Doom sets ever. But in the top lane, looks like we've got some action. Shadow Demon, he took a lot of damage here. Now, Tomorrowland trying to get out of here. He don't think he's going to die. He's just fine. Salves up Chains. Took a lot of damage as well.
What is Chains doing up here? A Tinker in this lane?
That's what I said, man.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really hear it the first time, but what the hell is this? This guy's King Tinker?
This is a tri-lane Tinker.
He doesn't want to do it. I don't think I've ever have seen a tri-lane Tinker, and then with a support duo of Wraith King Disruptor.
Honestly, I have no idea why he's not middle, because Quap is a it's a fine matchup for you. Like, you can go 2-2, nuke her out of the wave, or out of lane, rather, and it's not a big deal. And then they could have had a farming Viper. Not really sure why First Departure did this. You know, I was talking to Gods earlier, or Ben, actually, Merlini, and he said First Departure is just a weird team, man. They do some weird stuff, and well, this is definitely evidence. I don't think I've ever seen. I think I can comfortably say that there is probably an extremely low number of tri-lane Tinkers on record. In fact, I'd be willing to say there are less than 0.
Well, apparently when they took out Scythe, it was quite a stomp. So I guess when they're on their game, they can really, bring it. And right now in the top lane, they're getting the classic pull happening, and of course Arrow, make it a proper rotation over, wants to threaten, at least soak up some of that sweet XP. And as far as runes go, top, it's going to be an illusion. It's going to be quickly snagged up by the Viper.
Yeah, absolutely. And DDZ in the mid lane, how's he going to do against this Viper? This matchup starts okay for the Queen of Pain, and then it gets bad really fast once he starts putting levels in Nether Toxin or Poison, honestly. Both are fairly good. And you start taking a lot of damage. Queen of Pain does not have a lot of HP, so you have to be very careful. Try not to get hit by those. Sometimes you have to even blink just to disjoint. So it can be a bit of an issue.
I don't know his playstyle with Quap. I would imagine that maybe he just kind of gets as much CS as possible, gets that level 6, and then maybe consider venturing away from the mid lane and trying to get some ganks. Yeah,
Queen of Pain is one of those heroes you benefit hugely from it. This top lane should be pretty easy to gank. There is a there is a Wraith King to stop you, but I mean, Tinker is
such an awkward top lane.
Yeah, this is weird.
So like March, he's throwing out
no
March in the lane too.
Right now.
Like, it's just so interesting. I mean, maybe if you kind of get some stacks going in the jungle that he can march through and get it, but with this, you're like sharing so much XP. You might be sharing some of the last hits that you don't really want to. And Boot to Travel, that's That's not looking like something he might get in the near future.
Initiation, though, on the Wraith King Soul Catcher here. I don't know where the
God.
Dazzle is. There he is. Long-range heal bomb brought down Johnny. Easy kill. Lubby taking damage as well. Oh, down goes Johnny. He's going to get lasered. Zheng Zai, or... Oh, God, I was just not close. He's going to take down Lubby with the help of Mosin, and now Defa.
What the hell? What happened? We were criticizing the safe lane Tinker, and now he walks out with a double kill. Now they're looking for more. They're making it go on the Weaver here. Weaver, oh. Sakuchi's away. Can he get the long-range laser off? Maybe a bolt. 4 more seconds. He's making the run down the hill right here, but this Tinker's pretty quick. He's got boots. He's got boots. He's making the run. The laser!
Oh,
zap, right in the ass. And we're criticizing this man, Greg, but he just got a fucking triple kill.
I'm not sure that was...
I'm
not sure that was due
calculated.
entirely to the execution and first departure.
What the hell am I watching?
This is...
He's like, I just got triple kill. I'm going to walk myself back to the base. No problem. Planned it.
Well, he's halfway to bots.
I just like my words in my mouth. My foot in my mouth.
I mean, I totally agree with you. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but as soon as they got that first kill, they probably should have just backed off.
Yeah, I mean, they got what they wanted. They did the great classic combo, the disruption into the weave. They got or the heal rather, and they took them down very quickly. And then I think they just got a little too confident, and then they're walking into a march. And laser is huge damage, and when you're thinking you're going to be getting right clicks off, you're not, because that's a full blind.
This is the weirdest thing.
New meta.
We'll see where Chains goes here. I wonder if he's going to get the soul ring still. It doesn't seem... I think you need it since I don't think he's going to buy a bottle.
Unreal.
I don't know what's happening in this game. But mid lane KS, he's picking up a buckler, going to be going for a mechanism, providing that mid-game team fight for his team. And, well, we'll see if Arrow can get this top lane back under their control. I mean... was there just...
Greg.
You're supposed to poke me and be like, hey,
I'm watching something else that was intriguing. So unfortunately, we did miss this quick pickoff, and as you can see, DDZ, man, it doesn't matter. He gets it done. Yeah. Gets his level 6. It quickly rips apart the mid lane. Very nice for him. But what I was checking out while we missed that sweet kill was we missed another one. We're on fire right now. This is just all over the place. Now bottom lane getting in the action. Doom is on the run right now. Let's see if they can get a redemption. There goes the TP. He'll get away. He's healed up, very, very quickly with that salve. Heads back to base and should be good to go. But I will try now to explain what the hell I was looking at. This Nature's Prophet with those trees, he's been stacking the Ancient Caps, actually, for first departure, and that's a sweet amount of gold coming Tinker's way.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a really good strategy to help you make sure you can get those BOTs on time. Such a crucial resource, honestly. You really need to make sure you get the BOTs as soon as possible, and, well, he's saving up gold here, so I have to imagine he is just going to go straight for those bots. I wonder how this is going to work out for Chains. He has gone for Laser March. This is definitely not a build we see too much, but...
I imagine that once he gets the bots, he'll probably peace out from this lane and maybe allow his supports to get a few more levels. And I was talking about this with Mott. We were talking a bit about, Wraith King as a support. I would like to hear your opinion on it, but I personally think it's very cool. At first, mid lane, a bit of a tiff, but... Wraith King, at first I would have been like, what the hell is this all about? But when you think about it, though, he's got a lot to offer. He's got a lot of utility already built in with the, extra lifesteal handing out to your whole team. Of course, you got the stun. If you get taken down, he's hard to take down, which is great for a support. And then if you happen to be inheriting a lot of gold, you can always build into a kind of a bit of a core, like Way2 does on Team Liquid.
Yeah, and actually, funny you bring that up. When I was visiting Liquid House, they were talking a lot about Wraith King, and Way2 said it's the most stress-free hero in the game because your job is to run in and die. So, and a big turning point is if you can pick up.
They're making it go.
Soul Catcher, Poison going through, KS, the heal bombs. He's getting right-click down, but Johnny doesn't have enough damage. Shallow Grave going off. Viper is going to die. Doom going off on the Wraith King here, running forward, looking like he wants to bring down the Shadow Demon. He's going to fall. No deny there. Another heal comes out, and a punch there from Lance. Level Death able to pick up that one.
3 for 1 in the end. Obviously, Arrow happy to come out on top. A very, very quick rotation. I talk about it every time as Arrow plays. This is a very good team-oriented kind of play style they have. They communicate properly, and they just go right away. And they just made the call to make the rotation to the bottom lane and immediately got something done. And now they want to, pelt at this tower a bit and see if they can bring in some extra gold. But I want to touch base here with Chains. Chains, farting around the jungle, trying to find his side farm. Still getting very, very close to those bots. We'll see if he tries to turn it up to 11 once he gets them.
Yeah, his CS is actually not very good, so it's a good thing that he did get that triple kill. And in fact, the Radiant are just way out farming here. And that's relevant and it shows in the gold graph as well.
Bottom coming in from behind. DDZ wants to make a go on His Highness, His Majesty. Has to get away. Where's my aid? He gets ripped apart and taken down. Obviously not level 6 yet, so he goes down for the count.
Yeah, and well, this is the problem when you start getting behind against a Queen of Pain. She can very easily just start nuking you down, abusing her level advantage, and there's still no mech available here on the Viper in the mid lane, and the ulti is up for DDZ. So I imagine we might see a movement onto KS. If he's not careful, he can fairly easily die here.
She's getting a lot of gold. Do you think she might consider going for like a quick Ags or something like that?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think against this team, Orchid's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So that's a very common pickup on the Quap. But things like Dagon and Aghanims are certainly not out of the question. Dagon's pretty good on Quap, I think. Especially against a team with like a Tinker, a Disruptor. You want to be able to kill them really fast.
Yeah.
But Orchid does a lot of the same thing.
All right, well, here we go. Chains now acquiring his boots of travel, making his first official trip back to the base, and now things get really exciting and very stressful for us to try to follow.
Yeah, and now he's just going to be darting over the map, split pushing out all of the lanes, very important. And DDZ has to be careful here. There's a Wraith King. Getting hit by that stun would almost certainly mean death for that Queen of Pain. And Lubby continuing to pull here, stack up, get some levels. And where is he in relation to everyone else? Well, fortunately, the dire sports are the lowest on the map, so they're going to have to work pretty actively to fix that up. And still a big stack here down in the Ancients. And eventually, I do think we're going to see Chains come over here, but I guess actually the Wraith King could take it with Vampire Core, but it wouldn't be very efficient. It's all about efficiency.
If he at least can linger around long enough to get the XP, that would certainly help out a lot, because getting that level 6 would be really, really nice. And even Disruptor going through the jungle and just kind of stacking things up for his teammates for Chains or even for the Nature's Prophet. But I might see something here in the bottom lane. Oh, they know
he came to
happening.
Stack at the worst possible time. No. Moving forward by DDZ. Chains taking damage, backing up. Already has the bots, won't lose too much. Ulti sailing through. Easy kill. Johnny taking a lot of nuke damage. Hellfire Blast. Tries to disrupt. Can't get it off. Sprout here. There's the poison. Finally, the disruption is going to come through. Can they fight this? Kinetic field going down. Johnny taking damage. Now Mosen's here as well. Drops the Shallow Grave. In the backside, the Queen of Pain going ham though. Mosen is going to go down. Lance right-clicking away on KS, and DDZ with the double damage rune. Triple kill. Cleans it up. And DDZ is a monster,
This kid is good.
Yeah.
He is good. He's performing every time he comes to play. And I was curious. I didn't say it at the time, but when he made that rotation to the bottom earlier and they had that really, really nice set of fights, he had passed over the Ancient stacks. And I was like, oh, I don't know if he saw it or not, but maybe they had. I mean, it just kind of goes hand in hand when you're going against a Tinker. Ooh. You need to address those Ancients. It's without a doubt that more than likely they're going to pay a visit there and try to get all that farm. And they just went in at the right time, caught him trying to make a go for it, and just capitalized.
Yeah, and well, they notice he has his BOTs now. He's not in lane, so maybe he is at those Ancients. And they guessed correctly, he's there. And DDZ has gone for the Necrobook build. This is really old school. We haven't seen this too much. Well, we haven't seen Quap at all recently. Yeah. But this is a really nice item, and I think it really complements their playstyle. Something we already talked about. They have a lot of movement as a team. They like to 5-man. They like to knock down towers. And look at this. Great D-ward here, too. Man, Arrow's playing really well.
Arrow is always. I mean, they're playing well. I don't think any can stop them at this point. But it's real early. You never know. 12-6, a lot of action. Very unusual, I guess you could say, for a C game. But they're getting a lot done here. And now a lot at the top here, looking to make a push. An early march, just kind of security march laid down to try to take it to the creeps. But it's Weaver eating a lot more damage than he might want if he tries to Sakuchi forward. It looks like immediately Tinker will make a trip back to the base, but let's see if they can continue to add pressure here on the top lane and try to go for their first tier 1.
Still no mech done for Vipers. I'm a little surprised they're moving in on this, but they are all grouped up. Johnny going to try to throw some poison here, get a big stack moving, and if he can do some solid damage to these heroes, and it's going to be hard with Tinker just spamming away here.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is having a Shadow Demon on your team is he's just spazzing out these poisons, trying to clear out the waves as much as possible. As you can see, it's not going to be too much because the tower's already very, very low.
Yeah, mid lane tower taken by DDZ with the help of those Necrobooks, and that's a blink for Lance as well, and he's been farming extremely well. 4 kills, 68 CS, Midas as well, and Arrow are just outclassing First Departure so far. Out-farming, out-fighting, out-executing, and perhaps even out-drafting. First Departure's draft really clowny. Their lanes are really weird, and things are not going too well quite yet, but looks like they are going to make movements here as the tower goes down. Oh man, Tomorrowland is just getting railed. He does have Reincarnation. He's going to go down. There's a Kinetic Field as well. DDZ looking like he's going through to try to find another kill. Here he is. They move in on the Doomcast, and he hits 3 with that ulti going forward. Wow. There's the Scream. Chains taking damage. Defa trying to make it out of here. Can he? Right-clicking. Chains, I don't know if he's going to make it out of this one. Down he goes. Another kill for DDZ. He's going to get another. Lance is here as well. There's the glimpse on the Quap, but Lubby getting just chased down by Lance, as well as Jing Zai, and I don't think that's going to be happening. Shockwave to secure the kill, and Arrow is just stomping all over First Departure.
This is a clinic happening right now for Arrow, just cleaning house all over the place. That flank in from the right side, Sonic Wave landing on 3, a crushing blow. They were just, at that point, there was nothing else to do except run and try to be able to get away. And there you go, another level to the Necro Book here. DDZ now pushing on 6-0-3 at about 14 minutes in. Very impressive.
Dude, this DDZ though.
I don't want to try to overhype it too much,
this
but
guy's insane.
Tonight he's doing what he needs to do tonight. Tonight's his night. Maybe we'll see it happen out. I'm excited to see Arrow play Scythe. It's going to be good stuff, but I don't want to get too far ahead of the game. We can't count out First Departure just yet, but it's very rough.
Dude, he doesn't even have mana for TP. This is just...
Oh, see ya.
This is just unbelievable from DDZ, and now this is when Quap really comes into her element. She has so much potential burst damage when you start getting ahead in levels. The problem with Quap is if you're behind, she's terrible. But if you're snowballing ahead like this, she can do so much damage, especially the Necro Book helping her knock down tower, something she's not very good at by herself. And
that's Necro 3,
he's finished up. 14 minutes. Treads, null, Necro 3. And, well, we'll see where he goes from here. But DDZ impressing me so far.
Very, very impressive. So props to him for sure. And now, what is the game plan here for First Departure? Well, they're going to continue to kind of stack up the jungle. If they can't find farm in any of the lanes because they keep getting picked off, got to get it somewhere here. So they're going to stack everything up and just kind of, as a community group here, try to get the farm they can. Viper looking to make it work. Nearby Wraith King trying to leech up some XP for himself. I'm trying to touch base with Chains here. He's finding some side farm, cleaning up the rest of the Ancients, but obviously they already put an obs there to prevent more Ancients from even being stacked. So Arrow making nothing easy for him. And now,
they're smoked up in mid lane. They want kills. They want blood. They know exactly where First Departure is, and they're coming in hot and fast for blood. Johnny Chains might get caught here. Would have to run through. Oh, blink forward by Lance, and they're all hiding behind the trees. Oh, DDZ though. I hear a dagger going off. Nothing too much happening. Jing Zai is here. Rockets coming out, only level 1 though. Tomorrowland running away from the kinetic field. Spread out fight. Chains gets doomed in the back. He's going to go down, blown up by DDZ. The Necro Creeps are dropped, and Lubby goes down. That's another one for DDZ. Godlike. I think he's been godlike every single game. Down goes KS. The Dazzle heal bomb. Don't mech through. Triple kill for DDZ. Down goes another, and I think all hope might be lost for First Departure at this point. Arrow is just... Arrow appears to be much better than all
3 godlikes out of 3 games. And I mean, these teams, it's not like they're all complete. I mean, it's like it leaves me speechless. Arrow was, counted as the number 2, Scythe as the number 1, but the general consensus was that pretty much any team can take a game off any team as long as, it depends on what they bring into each particular game. But as it's looking right now, Arrow is just on another level compared to everyone they've faced so far.
Yeah, and, this one, definitely a gritty draft by First Departure. I mean, you look at these heroes, and they all need a lot of farm. And Arrow, well, they figure that out, and they're bringing the pressure extremely aggressively.
They're doing what I believe was this Agnum's Doom. They did this when I was casting them with Mott. He got a blink right away, he got the Ags, and then he went with the Refresher. That double Doom, though.
Double Doom, extremely good. I mean, there's not really too much you can say about it. Just turning off 2 heroes is insane. And is he really going to get a solo kill on this Prophet? No. I don't think so. Maybe. Is he going to... looks like he's thinking about it. The whole team is here. He does need to be careful.
Everyone's just getting so much done. It makes me forget for a moment they actually have a Weaver on the team, and he's almost got his link.
He's going for this.
He's pushing far forward, but the Glimpse will be able to save and sends him all the way back. But in desperation, constantly on the back pedal, nowhere is safe. Once again, I feel like I say that every time we watch Arrow play, just nowhere is safe. They have everything covered. They have great aggressive wards coming out all throughout the jungle, not allowing them to get these easy kind of stacks or easy opportunities to farm. It's like they have all bases.
Oh my, dude. This guy's on another level. He was hiding. He knew that this was going to get defended. He hid right here for like 45 seconds. As soon as Nature's Prophet shows up, kills him immediately.
It's like he's in a pub.
Dude, this honestly does look like a pub, and he's going to be building presumably towards an Orchid now and just continue to snowball and style on these kids as he is 11-0.
Show me that gold graph. I want to see this thing.
Do you really?
Please.
I'm not. Okay, if you're a child, you may want to cover your eyes. This might be graphic.
Oh my god! 15K plus gold lead at about 18 minutes in.
Well,
who are these
That's
guys?
actually worse than I thought it was going to be.
Me too. I was like, oh, it's going to be a bit of an acceleration up.
God.
That got ugly quick.
And glancing over at the net worth, we can see exactly why. That is just...
Wow, Doom's at the top. I thought it was going to be all DDZ, but
nah, Doom is
there
farming up the Storm, man.
Finding all the farm.
He has an Ags at 18 minutes, and now all of First Departure getting converged on Lance moving forward. Hasn't got the Doom off yet. Stuck in the Static Storm, but somehow is not caught in that kinetic field. I think he just hacked or broke the game or something, and now DDZ darting forward, knocks down one. Does not get the Doom off, though. DDZ trying to make something happen here. He does not have any follow-up damage, and well, they're going to have to back up trading the Doom for the Tinker.
Probably the best thing that First Departure had going for him, aside from that triple kill in the top lane. I think just a bit, Doom really wanted to get back in there and get something going, but he did unfortunately fall. But props to Viper. He got a bit of a bounty off that Doom, about 700 gold. It's a little bit of something. Obviously, it helps investing into his next item, which a belt of strength here. I mean, I guess just some power treads, but...
Oh my god, dude, if this works again... If this works again, I will be very disappointed.
He'll be waiting for a while.
That's what he did last time, man. Oh, now he's going to poke the creep wave up a little bit.
He'll clear it out real quick and just allow the creeps to kind of push forward and dwindle away.
Dude.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he's like, I am not falling for this one.
Tinker might be on the menu, boys. Creeping in slowly. He's going to see the march.
He knows, man. He doesn't want. Yeah, he doesn't want to be a part of that. I got killed by DDZ Club, and wow, this is some aggressive dewarding, and the tower goes down anyway to the Necro Books, and DDZ is just having a huge impact on this game.
It's hard to not sound like we're being too biased for Arrow, but I mean, if you just look at the score, you look at the gold bracket, it's hard not to. I mean, First Departure, man, it's going to take some serious way to, like, shake this off and try to get back in this one. Like, I'm trying to fathom in my mind, like, what would the game plan be at this point?
They need, like, a perfect Wombo combo fight with the Disruptor.
Yeah.
They need a Darkseer, which they don't have, so I'm not sure it's going to happen.
Just not enough team element there. I mean, you're working with a Furion, you're working with a Tinker. These work best, like, outside of these fights. They're trying to push the other lanes. They're trying to draw attention elsewhere, but they can't. When they try to push out, you're dealing with a Batwoman lingering in the woods nearby, making a jump on you. It's just... They can't be safe anywhere trying to find the farm, but they got to try to make it work in the meantime, and they're committed to try to play this game out as long as possible and try to get something going for themselves. But the problem is Arrow have this Doom and have this Weaver to fall back on.
Yeah, exactly, and this is the beauty of the Queen of Pain. She creates so much space for the rest of your team, and Weaver and Doom are just farming away, having no problems whatsoever. Just, they got this in the late game.
I mean, who is going to bring the pain? Who's going to bring the damage for First Departure?
Nope. Thought about going there, but just going to turn on the Illusion Rune, push in middle, clean up the last Tier 2 tower. Chains has to play very defensively. He can't really split push at all just because of the way that the Quap is playing, and he needs the Blink Dagger, which he just does not have yet. In his 21 minutes, he really needs it. Zhang Zai moving forward here. He's just running him down. Lance pops the Doom on Chains. He's going to get blown up. No way he's living out of this one. Down he goes. And, well, they're moving forward again. And it looks like, the Weaver is going to fall to Chaos, but in the meantime... one tower has gone down. DDZ picks up another kill. Still has ulti. KS needs to be a bit careful there, but he's pretty tanky.
Yep, it's pretty tanky. Viper continuing on to move forward. Action continues in the jungle. It looks like Giants try to get away, and now DDZ steps in. Blasts him down with a very nice ultimate and picks up another kill for himself. And, man, 3 down all day for just the one measly Weaver. Just not enough here for First Departure. And just constantly having to push back right now. I don't even know the last time, Greg, they got to go past this mark right there.
Nature's Prophet did manage to grab a tower bot while all this was going on, but it wasn't really, he wasn't really safe there. He just was only safe because the entire team was middle, and, well, that's not too much of a consolation when you're getting railed like that in team fights.
Well, I mean, now... James, he does have that Blink Dagger, so hopefully he can be a little bit safe if he makes a move into the side lane, blinks off into the woods, and does a quick TP, but quickly DDZ trying to prevent this push from moving too far forward, but inheriting all that sweet extra farm for himself. So now, Greg, got the Necrobook 3, you got the Orchid on this bat. What do you do next? Do you go right for something like the Sheep?
You have two options at this point. You can get a sheep if you want to continue playing aggressively, or you can go for something like a Lincoln's and a BKB to make sure you can actually live through the fights. Because pretty soon, he's going to have the problem where maybe something like a sheep comes up for chains, or, well, not going to be Defog because he's gone for the Necro, but Hellfire Blast. These things become a bigger issue in a little bit now that the other heroes have sort of caught up with you in ability power. And, well, I think you need to get a survivability item at some point, either the next item or the one right after.
Making a jump right now, top lane. Oh, poor little Nature's Prophet can't get away from the Orchid just yet, but help is already there. And DDZ makes the jump, can't TP out. That was a bit of a misplay right there and a misjudgment. Did not know that the allies were nearby, but, man, they finally get him down. How much of a bounty was that?
1,300.
Woo!
Yeah, and that's exactly the problem I was talking about there is once the other heroes start to catch up, your power's just not quite there, so you need to get a defensive item.
But it's okay because you got this Weaver with Lincoln's and already 2k gold in the bank to work with. You got this Doom working towards a plate mail, which I believe the last time he did build it into the Shivas. Yeah, and then after that, you go for like kind of that luxury, sweet little refresher kind of a build. So, I mean, it's still fine. I mean, in a pub when you're trying to carry through a game and then you don't have a carry to fall back on, things suck. But in this kind of game right now, I mean, they got plenty to work with here, and it's still just looking all good for Arrow.
Dumas stops for a pipe.
A pipe? A quick pipe?
Casual pipe. Just picks that thing up, buys the whole thing.
That works.
He's rolling in it, man. And it looks like Lubby's going to be going for an Ags here. I really don't like this choice when you're this far behind, although I guess you could make the argument you kind of just need to go all in, but something like a Force might help him a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. I mean, we'll see. Can First Departure add a lot of pressure on the side lanes and constantly keep Arrow running around, sweating, trying to just relieve all this extra pressure? They finally managed to reclaim their jungle back. They were constantly being threatened and pushed back into their base and felt like nowhere was safe. But for now, though, they're able to kind of reclaim their half of the map, and keep things pushed out. That's pretty good.
Yeah, this is a step in the right direction for them. Tinker's going top. Yeah, I don't think so. He's been a little aggressive with these TPs and has had to cancel a bunch, and looks like he is going to come in now. But there we go. Nice job here. Chains clearly has played this hero a lot. He's got very good mechanical movement here. Again, blinking right away, so just making it as hard as possible for him to get caught out in lane. So you have to shift Q up that blink dagger, and a lot of these high skilled Tinker players, it's like watching them play an instrument. As soon as they do it, they know exactly all the buttons they need to press to blink away, rearm, drop the march, etc., etc., and he's been playing pretty well.
Tinker's one of those heroes, like, you just don't stop. I mean, for other heroes, when you're pretty low and you have to make the long walk of shame back to the base, you have a moment to kind of stretch a bit, but Tinker, you TP back, you heal up, you get right back out into the fray, and it's just non-stop.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I think we see players like Qualifier just excel, because he has an extremely high mechanical skill level, so we'll see. Tinker, he's going to be going for either a Bloodstone or an Ags here. I'm not sure which is... I think Bloodstone is actually more common at this point.
Ags?
The Ags is might be good in this scenario, though, because there's a lot of heroes that don't have a ton of HP besides the Doom, and 4 rockets might be enough to push them back.
He did get that pipe, though, so I mean...
I'm not sure... well, Missiles is actually... oh, no, it's magical. You're right.
I mean, Doom with that pipe, I mean, you could fire rockets all day and multiples of them, but, I mean, he's got the pipe to help out his allies. Yeah, you get the increased range with the laser, which I guess could work nice if you remove the Lincolns of the Weaver. Can make things hard for him, but I don't know. I feel
not sure,
I feel like the Sheep or even the Dagon, if you can build a heavy burst, is just so nice to have, but...
I think their best opportunity is a Sheep. As soon as the Quap blinks in, you just hex him and kill him.
Who are we to judge? James is supposed to be the top #1 Tinker player, according, to the Dota buff, if you will. But we'll see how he can make it work. I'm intrigued enough. We'll see where he takes it from here. If it is going to be that Bloodstone, like I know, like Eternal Envy has played like a Bloodstone Tinker, or if he's going to go something else. Yeah. So we'll see.
Here we go. Defensive item now for DDZ. This is perfect, though. I mean, he has gone for the BKB next, like I was talking about, and this is just to make it so you can move through those fights without getting Hellfire Blasted, because it's such a long duration stun. I mean, two seconds is more than enough for them to kill you. Queen of Pain relies on not being in the fight, really. You just blink in, kill someone, blink out, and then kind of scurry around. Try to find a good up flank. Try to kill it at the side where they're not really expecting you to be. Get a multi-man Sonic Wave, and just sort of kill everyone.
Yeah, and her spells have a really nice and low cooldown, so if she's able to survive long enough, she could do that 2 to 3 times in that fight, which would be very nice to have. And look at her go, man. Just being just a true team player, stacking up these sweet ancients. That's, what, 4 stacks already here for Arrow, and that's going to be very nice pickup here for whether the Weaver or the Doom or what have you. That's a lot of gold coming their way.
And they're pinging out the Queen of Pain now. They notice she has the BKB, which is a bit of an issue for them. Finally, level 11 for the Wraith King, so getting that reduction on the cooldown. He hasn't put a single level in crit.
He's not really right-clicking, I guess.
Yeah,
He doesn't have any big damage items.
Support,
it's more about help out my allies with this Vampiric Aura. But, I mean, who are you really helping out here? I mean, Nature's Prophet, not really building into damage. He's going more rat style, so he's not really part of the group. Tinker's not going to be really too much part of the group. He's busy doing his own thing as well. So you got this kind of a utility support, but it's...
What is he utilitating?
Yeah,
utilitating?
Utilitating? No.
Utilize? I don't know, man.
What is that? What is his... Okay, Ray, I got this. What is Vampiric Aura utilized with... I don't know.
Who is utilizing Vampiric Aura?
Yeah, who is utilizing this guy's aura right now?
It's been a long day, man. We've been up since, I don't know, a while ago.
You know, it's who's getting the benefit of it?
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Now, Lance moves forward, flanks disjoints the Hellfire Blast. Chains rearming, stacking down those marches, trying to make something work, but ZDZ darts in, has no fear. There's the BKB. KS gets doomed up. Sonic Wave to finish him off. DDZ takes down another, and they're going to bring down the tower now as well, and Arrow's on a roll, man.
I love it. I mean, you pop the pipe, you run up the hill, you're just not afraid of anything at that point. You just rip apart what you can while you can. So
well, that's a pretty good static storm. Unfortunately, there is literally nothing to follow it up, and they've decided, well, let's just turn around and keep hitting them. Tomorrowland has nothing. I really like Blade Mail on this hero, and I think that might help a little bit, but he is just so far behind. His entire team is starving, and gold is 25k, so is XP. It looks very ugly, and First Departure just doing anything they can now to get Arrow out of their base, but Lance has 2,500 HP moving forward. Just starts railing away on this tower. Zhang, oh my god, Jing Zai also trying to take down the tower, and in goes the Doom. Yeah. Unfortunately, he turns on the Shivas. He needs to use that Midas, which is off cooldown, and get that efficiency, man. It's all about the value. Let's see.
Pops the pipe again and just says, see you later. Pops, gets out of there, and that's about it. And at the end of the day, they take down the mid set of racks, and that's it. Now, First Departure, very wounded.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning and the end, I think. Arrow's not going to let off this pressure. They have so much farm in all of these heroes. The Weaver has the Desolator now, and now a Vit Booster, so she can even stick around in these fights. DDZ with the BKB.
And rich.
He is quite wealthy, 3,500 gold. And I think now you look into something like a Hex. You can get like an Ags at this point because, but I really prefer something like a Hex.
I mean, she's been involved in the fights when she has it, and it's not like they're taking fights every 60 seconds. So I think the Sheep would just be the smarter choice.
Yeah, the only reason I couldn't see her considering the Aghanims is it's really good against these pushes. Like in bottom, you just blow the ult, kill them all, don't have to worry about it. 40-second cooldown. And just go somewhere else, and it'll be off cooldown for the fight. But I think something like a Sheep is a better investment against something like a Skeleton King, like the Viper, like the Tinker. It makes a lot more sense in my mind. So I think really that's the road. We'll probably see the Queen of Pain go down.
Now it's a tough task here for both the Tinker and for the Nature's Prophet to try to clear out these pushes. I mean, now with their bit of hindrance in the mid lane, there's going to be constant pressure. It's going to be their job to try to clean things up and keep these lanes pushed out, so that they can find a place to farm for themselves.
It looks like it is going to be Bloodstone Tinker for Chains, and
okay.
With the amount he's dying, I don't love it. But the good news is that if you play perfectly, they'll never get a kill on you again. You just rearm it. Suicide comes back up, but I don't know. It seems like a 5k item that might not do that much at this point.
And we're looking at the minimap right there, and it looks like the game plan might be drawn out. It looks like they might try to converge down the mid lane and then make the rotation over to something like the bottom and try to clean up the rest of the racks there. And already Chains on the scene trying to missile it down, already preemptively putting down the march, preventing them from getting too close too quickly. And we'll see if Arrow will try to continue on here, but for now, making a long rotation back, and it looked like DD could not quite get the pick off here, and a quick TP out, and Viper gets away.
Yeah, he has to put up the Necro books, and does he have BOTs? No, not quite. I think that might be something he's interested in as well. He's going to be the best person to repel these pushes quickly. He does take a bunch of damage from the Necro books, but He has a lot of HP with that BKB. He's up to 5,000 gold. And DDZ, 14 kills, 250 CS, is farming extremely well. Top CS on the board. Not top net worth because Doom is just made for farming. And, well, he's got almost 3,000 gold as well. Arrow just continuing to put on a clinic here. And Lubby is very afraid of nothing.
I've been watching him for the past, like, 2 minutes. He's just kind of, like, pissing himself in the fucking woods on the side right now. But he's looking to build towards that Agnums, which is going to be pretty nice. I mean, you get the proper static storm, and then you're preventing all those items from coming out. But, well...
Bottom lane, they were thinking about going on Defa here. He made it out. Another defensive items for Queen of Pain. He goes for the Lincolns. This is fine, too. And this basically just makes it so he won't die in fights ever again. So I don't mind this either. I mean, there isn't too many great things to take down this Lincolns. The Viper Strike will hurt it, but I mean, it's fine. I mean, the defensive items are good on Queen of Pain because you don't really need that much more damage. You have a ton. So the rest of Arrow, though, charging forward. They move in on Defa. There's the Doom on Chaos, and... well, Tomorrowland's going to try to make it out. No, he gets disrupted as well as Level Death. Down goes 1. He gets brought down. Reincarnation going to be used here. And, well, Mr. Tomorrowland, he's going to be hoping tomorrow can come as soon as possible because they have just been wrecked in this game.
And are they going to grab this gem? Yeah, they are. Dazzle will be able to pick it up, and that's just that much worse now. With 2 down, they can look to push down the mid lane and then finally make that cut over to the bottom. Tinker desperately trying to clear things out. The Necrobook's already out. A lot of damage from the March of the Machines in the meantime, but I don't think Doom wants that. He throws out the pipe. No big deal for himself. There goes the tier 3. The racks falling very, very quickly here, and we might see a GG here in the next moment for MD.
This looks to be about it. Weave goes down as well. They're going to go for tier 4. With no Viper alive, I'm not sure they've got anything they can do. Nature's Prophet trying to take down bottom tower, but, well, they've got a Desolator. They've got a lot of damage, and these tier 4s are just melting. I think this game's about over.
Yep, and they're even doing some more offensive disruptions here, providing out extra illusions of the Weaver just to get that extra bit of damage out. It looks like this last defensive tower here will fall now. The big base is exposed in case they want to make a go. For now, they will pull back, and, you know, no one really cares about Roche, I guess, in this game. Why? Why when you have the time? But if they so choose, they can, you know, fall back and make a go at it.
KS went way too far out of the base here, and this, like, where? Oh my! Oh, he's gonna try to. Nope. Yeah. No, that was a max level death, and DDZ moves forward, pops the BKB. Tomorrowland silenced up, no resurrection. There's the GG by first departure, and
it was 35 minutes, but that felt really quick.
Oh yeah, that just felt like that was just did not feel close after that. After they recovered from that triple kill, it just didn't feel good.
Unreal.
Well, at all.
The streak continues. We've had the pleasure here of watching what looks like the best team now in the C qualifiers as they continue to clean house.
Yeah.
4-0.
That one was not close either, and
no.
Well, First Departure made some interesting laning decisions. Did not really work out for them. Tinker did get a lot of farm, but in the end, it just did not work out. Honestly, I think that maybe you have a better chance with Tinker in mid lane. I don't know. Viper's supposed to win his lane, and he didn't. He got solo killed.
That was, I mean, we were very judgmental at first. Then he got that triple kill, and we're kind of like, okay, fair enough. And then they had a good game plan going where they still had the Ancients stacked, and you can get all that gold, but Arrow were just on their game. They're just like, we know what's happening here. We made the rotation to the bottom. We saw what you were planning, and we just, you know, crushed you. And then when we had the opportunity to make a run through your jungle, our supports were always there right behind us. They had wards they were throwing down. We had constant vision. We had constant control of the whole game, and we just never let up. Not one moment. And Queen of Pain just took control of the whole mid game. And then when it felt like for a moment maybe she's falling off, you still had Doom and Weaver to be right there.
Yeah, unreal. Absolutely. And that's Arrow's just putting on a clinic here. And, well, we'll be back pretty soon here. We have to figure out if this game has already begun. There's a chance it will be, but we'll be back in just a couple of minutes here with Execration going up against Mineski.
All right.